Welcome back in, everybody. It is day 14 of our 25 Drams of Christmas. It's Saturday. Now, if you haven't noticed, Saturdays seem to be a little bit off for whiskey. Normally we're doing bourbons and ryes. Saturday we are doing something different. Scotch, Irish. We're back with another Scotch today. So last Saturday we did Monkey Shoulder. Today we're doing Bunnahabhain 12 year. Now, let's talk about Bunnahabhain a little bit. This is a fantastic introductory Scotch to someone transitioning from bourbon who wants to start exploring Scotch a little bit. Now, Bunnahabhain is actually an Islay whiskey. So you're going to say, Islay whiskey, why would you recommend that to someone who's new to Scotch? Well, it's peated, but it's not really peated. At least to me, you know, it's claimed to be peated, but the peat is very subtle in the experiences I have had with it. This is the northernmost Islay distillery on Islay, and 12-year age dated, non-chill filtered. It's actually finished in Ex-Bourbon and Ex-Sherry cask. So with both that, you're going to get a lot more sweetness coming through. Hopefully some of the bourbon notes as well as the sherry notes, but they give you that nice sweetness. ABV on this is also amplified, so it's up to 46.3%. That's fantastic. You know, a lot of Scotches will come in right at that 80 proof range. This is up to 46.3%. I mean, that's great. So let's look at color first here. Immediately on this, you can see the sherry influence just on the color. I mean, it is quite dark in the glass. The non-chill filtering is making a difference on the legs too. It is really sticking to the center of the glass here. Let's go into the nose. Cheers, everybody. Happy Saturday. Immediately I get that malty Scotch note right on the nose, but there's definitely an extra layer of sweetness on this. I mean, I'm definitely picking up actually like baking spices and vanilla coming through. A lot of dried fruit. I mean, a lot of dried fruits, like I would say dried plums, dried dark cherries coming through too. That's definitely the sherry that's giving it those notes. No punch to the nose though, even though it is upped in proof a little bit. You're getting no ethanol burn, no alcohol burn at all. I'm trying to find that peat, but I cannot find any peat coming through on this. I mean, I will say, I guess it smells kind of earthy. Like you're getting the earthiness you'll find in some of those richer Scotches, but I'm still not finding the smoke yet. So maybe on the palate. Let's give it a sip. Cheers, everyone. Boy, excellent mouth coating. The non-chill filtering and the unfiltered part of this must be really coming through because excellent mouth coating. Back of the palate, I'm actually getting some barrel tannins. You know, higher aged bourbons, I'll pick up a lot of barrel tannins a lot of times, but with Scotches, I have trouble finding them usually, depending on how they're finishing and what's going on. But this, I'm actually getting barrel tannins on the back, but excellent sweetness up front. Yeah, so even that taste was actually orange peel. I got some orange peel. All those dark, dry, rich fruits are coming through still, though. The plum, the raisin note, I mean, all those dark fruits are really coming through on this. Let's go in for one more sip here. Honestly, the creaminess on the palate is really, really phenomenal for this bottle. This is a $50 bottle. That value for this is great. I'm still not getting peat. I mean, the peat is not coming through for me. I've searched every time I've tried to drink of this. It's not coming through for me. It's just not. Again, the earthiness is there, but it's such a creamy, vanilla, desserty, you know, fruity, delicious whiskey. It really is. This, it's a Scotch. Like, it definitely tastes like a Scotch whiskey, but I mean, it's so easy for someone wanting to branch into Scotch, as I mentioned before. If anyone, you know, asks me, obviously I'm more of a bourbon guy, but I'm myself starting to transform into more of a Scotch drinker. I really am. I jumped right into Ardbeg 10 when I first started, which is crazy. I wouldn't recommend you do that, but worked for me. But this is definitely one at about the $50 price range. That's an excellent value bottle. 12 years, great distillery. I mean, they put out some great products. And the flavors you're getting are just great. You know, they make some older expressions too that are a little pricier. I have only had like one older expression. I can't remember which one it was. It was when I was down in Texas at the Whiskey Vault. Just everyone who speaks about Bunnahabhain says great things about them. So if you're a bourbon guy like me, wanting to transition to Scotch a little bit and kind of just branch out, I would recommend this be one of your first purchases you make, because this is a great introduction, and not a harsh introduction, into the Scotch flavor profile. Thank you all for joining me for day 14 of our Bourbinsane Whiskey Advent Calendar. We are over halfway through the month already, and we've got a lot more days to go, but the last 6 days of the month, so the 26th through the 31st, I'm having my patrons actually pick which whiskeys we're going to review. So the Advent Calendar will be over, but I want to keep going until the month of December is done. I think that'll be fun. So if you haven't checked out my Patreon page, please do check it out. A lot of cool stuff. They have access to the full calendar ahead of time. But this has been a lot of fun. Let me know down in the comments below if you have had Bunnahabhain 12, or if you haven't, what is your favorite Scotch as a bourbon drinker, a bourbon forward drinker? I'd like to hear that. Thank you all for hanging out today. I appreciate it. I will see you tomorrow for another whiskey. Stay insane, everyone.